Hola amigos de Esto es Como, yo soy el Paella y el día de hoy me encuentro con Dan Scanlon, el director de la nueva película de Disney Pixar, UNIDOS. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
In times of old, the world was full of wonder and magic.
Today we're going to play a little memory game.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me about the characters. But first of all, what can you tell us about the world that the story develops in?
Yeah, it takes place in what we call a modern fantasy world. So take your classic fantasy adventures and set it in our world, you know, where unicorns are not rare, they're everywhere, and they're eating out of the garbage. And every character is an elf or a centaur. There's no humans. It's a very magical yet familiar world.
Morning, Mom. Hey, birthday boy.
By the laws of yore, I must dub thee a man today. Kneel before me.
That's okay.
What do I do?
Just
Turn it over.
flip two cards.
Okay. Oh, two cards. Okay.
Okay? Colt and Winnebeer.
Yep.
Winnebeer is the band?
Yes.
It's an important character in the movie, right?
Yeah, she's, we almost thought of her as a character. She means the world to Barley. He built Guinevere himself with no understanding of how auto mechanics of any kind work. He did his best with duct tape and guessing, but he loves her. He's really proud of her.
It's one.
No.
Colt!
Okay.
Colt. Who is he?
Colt is the boy's stepfather, or soon-to-be stepfather. He's a local law enforcement. He's, he's a centaur, so he's part man, part horse. Or in this case, he's like a mounted police officer all in one. He's a good guy, well-intentioned, not great with teenagers. He's sort of a by the books kind of guy.
But he's doing his best, right?
He's doing his best.
From your dad. He just said to give you this when you were both over 16.
No way!
Okay. Blazy and Laurel.
Who are these guys?
So Laurel is the boy's mother, Laurel Lightfoot. She's raising Ian and Barley. She knows that Barley's a little wild and she has to be a little tougher on him. She knows that Ian's a little shy and she has to be a little softer on him, but she loves her boys, will do anything for them, and will fight any battle on their behalf. And this is Blazy, the boy's dog pet. It's actually a dragon in this world. And Blazy is very sweet and loving, like a little puppy, but sometimes she blows flames because she is a dragon after all.
It's a wizard staff. Dad was a wizard.
What? Your dad was an accountant.
This spell brings him back.
Those. Damn. Oh,
Nice.
have a look.
You are. I am bad at all games, as I've learned throughout the day.
Is there an antagonist in the film? Because it's like a road trip movie.
Yeah.
But I noticed that there's not a villain or a main bad guy, and it's a weird thing in a movie like this.
Well, it's funny. It's a quest movie and a road trip movie since it is modern. It's one of the few quest movies where rather than riding a horse or going on foot, you can ride in a cool van that looks like a horse. I think the villain is time. The boys have 24 hours to meet their father, or the spell will run off and they'll run out and they'll never meet him. So time is definitely chasing after them.
Your turn.
Okay. All right.
Wait over here.
If I know? Okay. All right, and then Blazy.
Blazy.
So, do I guess where they are?
You can try.
right.
Let's break the rules a little bit.
Oh, I don't know the rules. So
It's a fantasy world.
Okay. So this is going to be.
Yeah, you got that. It's my turn. Let's go with this one.
Sprites.
Sprites. Oh. These are like fairies
Right.
and bikers.
Yeah, so in the days of old, sprites and fairies were very whimsical and sweet and loving, and they flew. But nowadays, sprites have forgotten how to fly because they don't exercise those muscles anymore. So the sprites we meet in the movie don't fly, they ride terrifying motorcycles, and they have a bit of chip on their shoulder. Unicorns, as I mentioned earlier, are they're not rare anymore in this world. They're everywhere, so they're like squirrels or raccoons or rodents, and they like to eat garbage.
Come, dear brother, our destiny awaits.
Okay, I'm coming.
Where does the title come from, Onward?
It's about really moving forward, having an adventure, setting out and trying something new, and it's also about taking risks and moving on from some hardships of the past. Barley and Corey the Manticore. Barley is one of the brothers in the film. He is the older brother, and Barley's wild, chaotic, and very, very confident, maybe too confident. He's very different than his younger brother, who is more shy and reserved. And then Corey, or the Manticore, was a great warrior in the old days of magic. So she's 1,000 years old, so she was there when great quests and adventures were happening. She's the person you talk to when you need to go on a quest and you need a map and you need help.
But she's gone soft, right?
She's gotten a little, soft over the years. She's a little afraid herself and has gotten a lot more reserved. But a little bit of warrior will come out in her.
Okay. How was working with Chris Pratt as Bradley?
Oh, it's so great. Chris is so funny and great at improvising, and he has such energy, so he could really make the wild, chaotic Barley really, really fun.
Okay. Oh, I get it.
Weldon. So those are their father, or what they get of him. The boys cast a spell to bring Dad back for the day, but unfortunately they cast it wrong, and so they only get half a Dad, the bottom half. But Weldon was a great father. They have lots of questions about who he is, and so that's how we see him.
I see you've brought sustenance for our adventure.
No, it's garbage for the trash can, and you left the lid off. Oh, shoot! Get out of here! Shoot! Get!
Okay,
Your turn.
I can't remember which ones I already looked at.
Oh, you looked at those.
Did I look at these two?
I think so.
I didn't look at these two, right?
No.
Or you did.
Oh.
Unicorn and Ian. So Ian, again, is our main character, and Ian is a 16-year-old, shy, elf, high school kid. And Ian has the magic gift. Ian can actually do magic, which he's terrified about because he doesn't know anything about magic and he doesn't know how to do it. However, Barley, his older brother, does, and so he has to work with Barley.
We're going on a grand and glorious quest.
It's not a quest. It's just a really fast and strange errand.
Unicorn again. And I think that the unicorn was... No, not here. It's Corey. Can I have another chance?
Yeah.
Let's shit a little. Unicorn. Here. Got the other.
We do these, yeah.
Ian? Yeah.
All right.
We just flip him.
He was here.
There it is.
So there's Ian. And then
Weldon.
All right. I don't remember where you had Weldon. Was it
I
here?
think
it up
that
there?
it was that one.
Okay.
Well,
Memory's not
you
so
can
good.
try again.
Okay.
Another one.
Ian and Barley.
Ian and Barley.
This is a different Ian and Barley.
You got those.
We only have 24 hours to bring the rest of him back.
Until then, ta-da!
I'll go with Weldon again and Barley. Where does the story come from?
You know, it's a personal place. My father passed away when my brother and I were young. So like the brothers in the movie, we wondered who he was and how we were like him. And that was really the beginning of the movie and the idea for the movie. Pixar is pretty great about wanting people to tell personal stories or stories that are truthful or honest. And I was amazed how many people at Pixar had similar stories and added to this movie and made it more unique.
You got a problem, Shane?
Were there any technical difficulties or challenges? Because there's always something in Pixar movies making the hair look better or the metal, or it depends on the characters and the story. But this time,
I think Dad's upper half is made of stuffing. It's like a stuffed shirt, and weirdly, that is very hard to do. I think to stuff all of Dad and make it look realistic was difficult. I can't remember what we looked at or not. Maybe that's part of the game. There's Corey.
Corey.
Was she over here? Nope, that was the sprites.
Let me try. Here, Barley and Ian, but the other one.
There you go.
Well, let's try again. And Corey.
There you go.
The Corey was already
turned over.
Turned over.
The game is falling apart.
I think I won this time.
I think you did
the
too.
Sprites. Well then.
I don't know where the other
And
one.
Barley. No. Okay. Your turn.
Okay.
And
Well, let's see. Ian and Barley. Oh, it's right there. It's turned over right here. All right, there's that. There you go.
Well done. Yeah. Animation movies that Pixar make have become very emotional through time. It goes, sets the bar up each time. We kind of feel our guts press sometimes, our heart pounding, because it started with Toy Story 3, I think, then Inside Out, Coco, and now we got a very emotional thing going on screen. What's up with that?
I think we spent 6 years making these movies. We want to make something that we care about and believe in, and I think that gets emotional. And I also think that if characters make you laugh a lot, you're probably going to be even more moved when something doesn't go right for them. And I think that we're always looking for movies that are funny and make us laugh, but are also about something true and emotional.
Okay, well, the last part, I think it's this one, Barley.
All right.
What can you tell us about Tom Holland? He's also in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it strange to have both superheroes in other movies working?
Yeah, it's funny, we didn't really even think about that at the time until we chose them, but I think it helps because they're both friends. They have a brotherly quality. Chris is very much like a big brother to Tom. He's supportive of him, and Tom seems to look up to Chris and admire him. And Tom in general is such a charming, charismatic person and a very professional actor who brings his whole heart into every job. So it was a dream come true to work with him.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
If it's adventure you seek, you've come to the right tavern.
Oh no.